Good afternoon, everybody. Tim Watts from Insurance Agency Marketing Services here today. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your day to join Rosalie from Snappy Kraken today on their innovative marketing program designed to take you from ordinary to unforgettable. As I said, Tim Watts here. I'm an annuity sales director at IAMS. Before we turn it over to Rosalie, I do have some important information to share with everybody. We pride ourselves in best-in-class customer service. It's our commitment, and you can always reach a live person during our business hours at 800-255-5055. We do our best to answer the phone in 2 rings or less and have a live person there to help you out with whatever needs you have. We are going to have a couple polls throughout the webinar, and we also would love to have some questions so we can have some interaction here at the end. So you don't need to wait until the end to ask those questions as they come up. Definitely go ahead and pop those over to us, and then we will get those answered there at the end. Our new producer builders are for those of you who are new to us with IAMS. These bonuses are available based on your production level and your first 180 days of contracting with us. We have great levels that you can qualify at, and as you can see inside each level are some great options for you. We have incredible business building tools, personal perks, and even cash rewards. If you'd like to know where you stand towards your new producer builder, or if you would like to have a conversation about how to achieve that next level, please give us a call and talk to your sales director. Moving on to our business builders programs, we are going to go over our referred producer program. See a couple of advisors on with us today that have already taken advantage of this program. Our business on the wholesale side of the industry is similar to yours in the field, and that our best leads we could ever get come from a referral from one of our valued producers. This is why we want to make it worth your while to refer a producer to us. That being said, when you refer a producer to us and they get contracted, we cut you a check for $50 as a thank you. After that, it continues to get better. The real money comes in as your referral writes business. You will receive an override on that business. Our ownership team, Steve, Charles, and Curtis Hawks, sign checks for thousands of dollars every quarter. If you can think of anyone that would benefit from doing business with us over here at IAMS, please type their information into the questions box, or you can email me at timw@imsinc.com with that information, and I will reach out to them. Below that is our marketing reimbursement program, which is our most popular program that we offer. For every $100,000 in fixed index annuity premium that you sell, you get $100 in your marketing reimbursement account. Why this is so popular and lucrative for our advisors is we truly do consider this to be your money. We don't cap your account, tell you where you have to spend the funds, or when you have to cash that account. It's your marketing reimbursement to do with how you please. We also have our creative team to create marketing strategies and provide in-house services. If you'd like to know how much is in your marketing reimbursement account or have a conversation on how to utilize this, give me or another sales director a call. We would love to explain that program to you. Back office support is another way that we add value to your business. This is the core of IAMS and how Charles Hearing founded us 36 years ago. We want to help the independent advisor work smarter, not harder. We're going to do that with great business building tools and resources. Of course, advanced case design assistance, life and annuity quotes that will get you a 24 turnaround guaranteed. We're going to get you those illustrations that you request within 24 hours of your request. And I'm going to be honest with you, typically those get done within about an hour or 2, unless it's just a complicated one. Submissions to commission support is handled by our new business team. Amber Williams heads up the annuity side, and Cindy Fry heads up the life side. Both of these ladies are excellent at what they do and great at supporting our agents and their clients. They have fantastic teams who work tirelessly to help you get commissioned quicker. We'll scrub your application, submit them on your behalf, and do all the administrative tracking and get you the updates on the case as needed. We do this to ensure you get commissioned as quickly as possible. This is a service that we provide to our valued producers and how we help you grow your business by keeping you in front of clients while our team handles the back office support for you. Next here, I'm going to talk about Firelight, but while I do that, I do have our quick first poll. Everybody could respond to this one real quickly. It is an easy one. Just, are you happy with your current IMO? Firelight eApps. So this is a single sign-on at imsinc.com. Technology is where the industry is going, and Firelight is a top-notch site streamlining the application process. Most of our carriers are on our eApp platform, so you can go onto one site and submit the business. It's COVID-friendly, and some carriers are going to eApp only for some of their product lines, and will also offer extra comp for utilizing our eApp platform. Make sure that you ask your sales director before you submit a paper app, and if you can earn more money by submitting an eApp. So with a few of the carriers that are a little bit backed up, we are noticing that Firelight continues to be a great strategy to get those contracts issued quicker. We're actually seeing some of these being issued in a day, one business day, and then commissions the next day by utilizing that Firelight. Going to go ahead and close that poll now. Thank you, everybody, for participating in that. We've covered Firelight pretty good there. All right, we do have a full in-house creative team. We can help you and your practice with a lot of items that are turnkey and available for you. We can simply impose your contact information and your business logos onto it. Speaking of your logos, agency solutions are something that we are very good at, and something that if you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your agency, that's something that our creative team can help you with. This is going to assist you with name recognition, which grows your natural market organically. We can get your logo designed and imposed on business cards, brochures, stationery, and about anything else that you can think of. Lastly, what everybody is currently looking for help on is the digital marketing solutions. We can help you with that for your website, social media, marketing, email, marketing most everything on here, and we're happy to assist you. The internet and social media sites are where the overwhelming majority of prospects go for information. Making sure that you are accessible and represented in those marketing lanes is beneficial to growing your business. Speak to myself or one of our sales directors when this webinar concludes to talk how we can have our IAMS creative team help get that ball rolling for you in that space. Our website is a great tool for our producers to use, and another reason to work with us over here at IAMS. Once you are contracted, you have full access to everything you see on this slide and so much more. That's at imsinc.com. If you haven't registered for the website, it's very simple to do. When we're done with this call, go ahead and create an account, and we'd love to see it on there. There's a lot of great tools on there, including illustration tools, forms, product grids, product news, industry updates, and a lot else. Very good resource for you. Next, we have our own RIA. This is IAMS Wealth Management. We founded IAMS Wealth Management 4 years ago. What we've done is grow the division very organically. We help advisors become IARs and pass the Series 65 at a very successful clip. Once we have you registered, we'll bring great value to your practice with an incredibly competitive fee structure for both you and your clientele. We have great technology and a great investment platform. This has been a major growth sector of our business, and assets under management could be a major sector for you and your business as well. We just hosted our 4th Life and Annuities Academy this November. These 2-day trainings are an excellent opportunity for our agents who are looking for new ways to grow their business. We do pay for all expenses at these academies. It gives you an opportunity to learn with top producers out there in the market. We go over marketing strategies that have helped them get from the bottom to the top. It also gives you a chance to speak with your peers in the industry and from all over the country. I highly recommend that you definitely get registered for that. With that being said, we've got our second poll. Before I launch that, a reminder that if you do have any questions as we go through all of this, to definitely post that on the questions bar. So second poll is, are you interested in learning more about our next life insurance and annuities academy? One of the benefits of working with IAMS is trips like this. We are currently in qualification period for Athens Park City, Utah. From 9/1 to the end of the year, we're actually doubling all production credits. Additionally, from that 9/1 or 10/1 time frame to the end of November, any Athene sales with IAMS also doubles for trip qualification for our next trip, which is going to be at the Seaside Sanctuary. We just got back from Washington, D.C. and the Greenbrier with a group of over 50 agents earlier in October of 2022, and we are excited to have our next trip out there. Getting ready to close that poll on those annuity and life insurance academies. If you haven't voted, go ahead and get that in real quick. All right, we put a lot of great stuff on our social media platforms, so go out there and like us on Facebook to connect with us on LinkedIn. We would love to connect with you. All right, so now I'm going to kick it over to Rosalie here, just one quick second.
Okay, just getting myself unmuted. Thank you, Tim, very much. Thanks for having Snappy Kraken representing today. Just want to be sure, of course, before I start talking your ear off, that you can see my slide up now.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, love it. Thank you. And of course, thank you to everybody who's joining us today. We all know with digital marketing, it can get a little complex, right? And of course, in this digital age, I know that you could probably be 100 places on your computer right now, but you chose to be here. So thank you for that time. Definitely want to make this valuable for you. If you have a place to take notes, I'd say get that ready because you'll definitely have a couple opportunities and I'm sure a couple takeaways from today's session that you'll want to get written down for your marketing strategy moving forward. So, ultimately, we definitely all heard the expression, from blending in, but now we're going to focus on the opposite of that, blending out. Who does that successfully? Now, I can't really see the chat because I'm talking. Tim, if you want to hop in, happy to hear from you, but I'm going to drop a couple companies or a couple brands, or let's just say industries, right? And I'd love to hear, or if you want to drop in the chat, like I said, what comes top of mind, right? So if you think about shoe company, I definitely automatically think of 3 just right off the top of my head. What about coffee companies? Or like automobile? When you think about those different categories, again, we have these brands come to mind. So what that means is that those brands, they've carved out a little piece of mind share in your mind because you thought of them first. They're blending out in a world of marketing that's blending in. So, there's no way that we could really list every single brand, but we do know those few. And when it comes to marketing and branding, you really want your business to be in that category. You want your name to come to mind. Let's keep moving on here. So let's just talk about why advisors kind of struggle to stand out and get noticed, right? When people look at our industry, they see an industry that lacks differentiation. But why is that really? Advisors, they tend to be conservative in nature and tend to go the safe route. Advisors are also spending adverse. While it's good to be shrewd with our money and save, we know this, you may not be getting the awareness to your practice that you need. And we're not marketers. You probably didn't go to school to be a marketer. So instead, you begin to copycat what you see other advisory firms doing. And lastly, many advisors tend towards a canned content library, where all advisors are using the same content at the same time, And all of these things, they really undermine an advisor's blending out in their business. Another reason, here we go, advisors struggle to really blend out is because people are distracted. Like I said, you could be 100 different places right now. You chose to be here. I mean, honestly, did you know that every single day there's more content that's published online than that was published in the first 5,000 years of human history? So this means people, they're distracted with ads, commercials, social media, billboards, recordings, all of this. It truly is nonstop. So this is a distraction. It's really hard to get noticed, and our minds begin to filter out marketing messages, and they can only take in so much at once. So let's move on. What are we covering today? We're going to cover some basics of neuromarketing. We really want to teach you how to hack the mind and grab attention, and we'll learn how great brands have done it, show you some real examples, and show you how advisors can do this also with some examples. So before I start showing you these, I want to talk about the brain a little bit. Great marketing and great branding is both an art and a science. It's not successful if you just take the art out of it or the science out of it. You really do need both. Because all the marketing stimuli we're presented with each day, our brains, they'd literally shut down if we consumed it all. Our brains are built with a thalamus gland that is designed to filter out and gate content for consumption. So it'll filter out the things that just aren't important or relevant to it at that moment. So let's see. For example, let's maybe notice how your shirt feels on your skin right now. Or maybe like, how do your feet feel on your shoes? Are they cramped up a little bit? Maybe it's can't wait to just get home and kick them off, right? But before I said that, you probably didn't feel the shirt on your skin, but now you do because I drew your attention to it. And then what about your shoes? Squeezing your feet. What do you smell right now? Hopefully you didn't take your shoes off. I'm just kidding. But you see, what I drew your attention to, these things, you began to notice them. This is why great marketing, it just has to do with something that breaks your attention. So when it comes to ways our brains process things, there's 3 parts to our brains that scientists have studied and talk about a lot. The new part of our brain, which is the rational part. We have the most developed part, again, is that rational, but many advisors only focus their marketing here, yet this is actually the least effective for capturing our attention. Because rational brains, they need time to analyze details, but that doesn't quite capture attention right off the bat. So what do you have besides the rational brain to capture that attention? We have the emotional brain. It's the middle part of the brain. The emotional part of the brain, it creates memories. Most advisors market rationally. Some market emotionally, which is better because you're more likely to get remembered when you do this. So think about the last time you were really happy or excited, or maybe you experienced some fear or anxiety. Emotions, they're a highlighter in the brain and they light up your amygdala and create memories. So mediocre marketing, it's rational. Decent marketing, it's emotional. But if you really want to get the attention, great marketing has to appeal to the older part of our brain, which is the part that reacts. It suddenly gets fired up. It's impatient. It's impulsive. This is the old brain. The old part of our brain responds to immediate stimuli. So knowing what you know about all the distractions and ways that our brains work, you should first create marketing that appeals to the old brain, then the middle brain, and then finally the new brain. You want to close them with the rational side, but you need to grab attention with that reactional side. So you'll see how this really applies as we go through the rest of this presentation. Okay, so today we're going to focus on 3 stimuli that speak to this old brain. And it's going to help you capture that attention. Number 1, simplicity. What's the best way to stay simple? Less copy, more images. So just let me walk you through a few examples. I'll get to those in just a moment, but you'll notice they have a lot of less copy and a lot more pictures. Apparently my mind is thinking about coffee right now. But just remember that this old brain, it's primitive, right? It doesn't have time to process all of these things, all the words on the page. So how can we really use that less copy and more images? Let's dive into some examples. McDonald's, This was an old copy ad, or I shouldn't say copy, but an old ad that they had advertising their website. Literally zero copy other than the very bottom, love free Wi-Fi. But when you see it, you automatically know those are those golden famous arch French fries. That is Wi-Fi. We know exactly what they're advertising in this moment. They didn't even have to say anything. Really like this one. It's fun. I think everybody kind of immediately you get the idea. You know, Tide removes stains in one go. We're taking away those spots. So just, you know, I got a little carried away staring at the Dalmatian for a moment, but you know, it just, again, the picture says it all. This is really where your marketing, it starts to make an impact and it's memorable. So moving on, let's look at a few ways that advisors can be simple. We do have a few examples here from images that our advisors are using on Snappy Kraken. So very bottom, we have the right, get clarity and confidence. That is a lead generation campaign for women's money blocks. Very little copy, but a bold branding image. Or if we look at the bottom left, you know, regardless of your political stance, this was actually one of our highest performing campaigns. That Trump Twitter head just got so much attention. And again, just little copy is a fate of the market at the mercy of Trump's Twitter feed. So look at all of these examples here. You see they either have an image and little copy or just little copy right in the middle, you know, what not to do in recessions. There's not even an image there, but it's just a little bit of copy to grab that attention, get people thinking, well, what should I not do in a recession? Okay, so let's just we're going to get into some very specific ways that you can actually be held to do this. So let's look at these words that have been stripped from advisor marketing. We've analyzed these. We look at lots of marketing for advisors that come to us or go out online, look at best practices in the industry. You know, however, much of what we do is taken from outside of our industry. Why? Because of our industry, it tends to be jargony and complex. Wherever possible, we need to simplify the words that you're using. And if you don't believe me, we're going to dive into this example here. I'm going to show you the difference that this makes in real world advisor examples. You know, let's read this. Here at XYZ Wealth Management, we're focused on insurance and investment strategies designed to help you protect the wealth you've worked so hard to earn. This is a fine statement. It really is. You know, there's technically nothing wrong with it. It is explaining what you do, but it's too much to take in, far too much to take in. Here's a better version. You earn it, we protect it. You know, this particular company works with business owners so that, you know, why we modify this version to be suited to business professionals, as you see, the message comes across, but it's just in a much more simple way. Find meaningful images like this and then simple words that go with it, stick the two together and you have impact. And here's another one. So our proprietary approach to financial planning and wealth management gives you peace of mind knowing your retirement is on track. Again, it's a fine statement, but let's look how we can simplify this. Do you see that difference? A simple image, again, creates the emotion. They're happy, they're dancing, retire well. We took that image, we took less copy, but we made it bold and we made it stand out. So I'm going to say this again, might say it a few more times throughout the presentation, but just simplify, simplify, simplify where you can. Let's look at some commonly found words on advisor websites, you know, that can and should be simplified. Because again, we're not marketing to other advisors, we're marketing to everyday women, men that are working, have families. We need to speak to them, not to what we know. So complex. We pulled these right from advisors' websites: flexible solution, investment objectives, scrutinize, comprehensive solutions, fiduciary focus. Looking at how we can simplify these, you can change flexible solution into right fit. Investment objectives to your goals. Comprehensive solutions, all in one. So hopefully you're starting to get a little bit of a picture of maybe you can go through your website today. Is there something that you can simplify just a little bit to speak more to your audience? And let's jump into the second stimuli. The one that speaks to the old brain again is contrast. The power of contrast. It's an excellent teaching tool, and we're going to talk about how this contrast can actually teach. What better than a contrast image? So you don't really even have to talk about pricing details here. The ad, it's just immediately showing that superiority. Not going to lie, I've been an AT&T user for about 10 years, but just looking at this image, I just automatically start to think maybe I should give Verizon a visit, and hopefully I won't have any of these outages that I have at home when I'm walking around like the old ad, hey mom, can you hear me? So yeah, using that contrast in your images is a great way to grab that attention. This is my favorite one, FedEx. They stuck it right on their truck. We're always first. We're ahead of the competition. Can't beat us. We're getting to your home first, or we're delivering that package first. Such a great way to advertise. And again, they did it right on their truck. Pretty bold there, but it's definitely sticking. It's definitely grabbing that attention. So they're getting what they wanted. Okay, so we're going to dive back into some in-industry examples of contrast. How can an advisor use that? So worried about saving enough for retirement? Craft a plan that allows you to enjoy your lifestyle while also building wealth. We were able to see here that before she feels complex, she's worried. After she's been able to craft this plan, she's happy, she's relaxed. We're getting that contrast of before a client worked with you and the after of a client working with you. Jumping to this one, will your heirs be good stewards of the legacy you worked so hard to build for them? Or contrast, gain the confidence that comes from planning your legacy 3 generations deep. So speak to, again, what services are you helping your clients with? Think about how they might have felt before they worked with you. Maybe you have some testimonial that you can dig from, and then how they felt after working with you. So again, just wherever possible, we want to help people understand the state that they'll be in after they become a client, right? So try to understand the pain they had, help them see the after state. These 3 specific areas that I just spoke to are where you can do this. So thinking about where you can do this in your marketing. If you have videos and you can do it, maybe you can do it in conversations with your clients. Or for example, what about you personally? How was your life before you learned what you know? What was life like for you before and after? How do you have more security, a better legacy, maybe all of your kids' college paid for? How did it transform your life? Share that story. That story is going to stick. It's going to speak to the second part, the emotional part of the brain, and it's really going to help your marketing feed that funnel. So just tell these stories about your clients and then teach them how you're different from your competitors. So I'm going to give you just a moment. I'm going to sip just a little bit of water really quick. Okay. Let's hold on. We're going to go to that third point, the ego appeal. Now remember, we're dealing with that simple brain. It's very flight or fight. It's self-promotional, and it's honestly, it's a little bit about, hey, what's in it for me, right? So you want them to feel good about themselves. Let's see how this is done. Looking at The Economist, they appeal to people's egos. So somebody mentions Jordan, you think of a Middle Eastern country with 3.3% growth rate. This spoke to advisors, financial professionals, people who read The Economist. No, you don't think of Jordan and think of the famous basketball player or the clothing brand. No, you think of that Middle Eastern country with that 3.3% growth rate. Or how about this ad? Don't just keep up with the Joneses, pass them. An old Porsche ad, which again, it just hits on a busy, accomplished, regular, somebody's looking to drive something. They don't want the average car. They want to pass that average car. So it's speaking to that ego. I'm going to play a quick video here. Hopefully the audio comes through. It should play fine. But this really speaks to this woman's ego, and I'm just going to play that example for you right here.
I mean, I wish I had time to take care of my portfolio, but...
Well, what are you doing tomorrow? 10 a.m.?
Staff meeting.
Noon?
Eating.
3:45?
Oh, compliance training.
6:30?
Sam's baseball practice.
8:30?
Tai Chi. Yeah, so.
That's relaxing. All right, 9:53.
I usually make their lunches then, and I have a little vegan, so.
Wow, you are busy. Wouldn't it be great if you had investments that worked as hard as you do?
Yeah.
Introducing Essential Portfolios, the automated investing solution that lets you focus on your life.
So yes, we definitely pulled that from
I mean, I wish I had time to
from
take.
another website. Being obviously got the rights to share that, but again, just thinking about how that played to her ego. For a moment, she actually stopped and considered, well, wow, what if I didn't have investments working as hard as me? So just thinking about how you can apply this again, you know, and can you apply this? You know, of course you can. So looking at these specific examples, here we have common expressions pulled from advisor marketing again. Now, again, these aren't wrong things to say. You know, we closely monitor our clients' investments. We treat our clients like family. Our technology is second to none. We have over 30 years of experience. But it's kind of reading to the like we, I. So do you see what's happening here? We're trying to convince people of how great we are, so that's all we focus on. But who are we trying to impact here? Because again, it's not about you and your marketing. This is about your clients. It's about your prospects. These are the exact same statements on the right, but we just flipped the script and made it about your clients. So sleep well knowing your investments are carefully monitored. You'll feel like family when you're in our office. Tap into 30 years of investing experience. Your needs will always be our number one priority. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to show you where you can go to learn some more about this. But, you know, just in summary, don't always try to sell what you do. We want to sell that transformation. You sell the feeling that's going to make your clients feel like they are the center of everything. Summarizing these points, this is a 3-point checklist that you can use just to make sure that your marketing stands out, that you can hijack that attention, and you can blend out. So ask yourself, go through your marketing. Can you make it a little simpler? Is there anywhere that you can highlight contrast? Does it have any ego appeal? Not to what you can do, but to what your clients, your prospects are looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pause this. You can go visit partner.snappykraken.com/IAMS. Tim, again, I'm in the middle of presenter, so I don't know how to drop this in the chat. But if you have the ability to drop that landing page in the chat, that would be awesome.
Let me see if I can get that put in there. Oh, you moved off the screen.
Sorry. Yeah, it's right up here at the top. And I went to your landing page here, so hopefully you can see this as well. If y'all can't tell, I'm used to presenting in Zoom, so you have to forgive if I'm a little clunky here.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a blank screen right now on that.
Okay. Well, let me come back then. It's okay, we're gonna get this going. Here we go.
Gotcha, I'm putting that in that chat right now.
There we go, I got it figured out. Perfect. So yeah, just thinking about how you can learn more. You know, Tim mentioned earlier, he did say that IAMS, they have that in-house creative marketing team that helps you build your brand. So I would definitely reach out to them to learn more. Be sure to check out those services. And then thinking about how Snappy Kraken, how we support IAMS and their advisor marketing is we have the ongoing communications through email, social. So if you're really looking for those images that stand out, that copy that stands out, we have 150 of these scroll stopping campaigns that are ready to launch. What's better is if you sign up in November, we do have a promotion end of year right now. Just want to let you know, definitely don't want this to come off salesy, but if you want some information, I'd go here and book a demo with our team. You can try out Snappy Kraken for 90 days for $99 right now. So if, again, you're like, hey, let me see if this is a good fit for my strategy, go to partner.snappykraken.com/IAMS, book a demo here with our team. You can scroll through this page, learn a little bit more about what Snappy Kraken does, we do have a discount with IAMS. So even after those 90 days, if you decide this is awesome, I want to stay on, instead of paying $245 a month, you'll be paying $208 per month since you are with IAMS. So that is it. Is there any questions that came through the chat, Tim, that I could answer for anybody?
Yeah, so first thing, what an incredible offer there, that even more highly discounted there to finish up 2022 and then get you off to a great start for 2023. So thank you for sharing that. We did have one question, but it wasn't on your presentation, Rosalie. It was actually on our referral bonus. So David, I will get, I've got your information down here on that agent that you referred. So let me take a peek at that and I will get back to you. But last call there for anybody who does have any questions for Rosalie on Snappy Kraken here. Certainly have some time if anybody has anything. All right, well, I do have one last poll here, and that's, are you ready to blend out and receive more information on Snappy Kraken? Hopefully after seeing all of that great information there and how you can differentiate and build an engagement with those clients, you will be able to hop on here and click that yes button. We'll get you over some additional information on that. And as Rosalie said, we've got that great offer here for the next 90 days for that extremely discounted rate. So I'll leave that poll up here for about another 10 seconds. Any last comments from you, Rosalie?
Just that we really appreciate our partnership with IAMS. I appreciate you reaching out, Tim, and having me on today. It's always, we're always very thankful to be able to join our partners and host these webinars. So appreciate you. And of course, we're here to support. So I'd say we could wrap it up with that. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their Wednesday.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.